Today, I ended up seeing a parking sign that said to go order parking only, all others will be crushed and melted. We were in the parking lot of a Chili's. Well, I suppose it's back to business as usual again. With the PGR X DMC crossover available only in China and not in America for the time being, my depression spiked to dangerous levels. Also, I apologize if I sound a little sick right now, because I think I am. I think I'm coming down with something. So, if I end up not posting for another week again, you can safely assume that I died. But unfortunately, I'm not going to be covering DMC X PGR because I don't want to spoil myself for the peak to come. I want to experience almost everything blind, and on top of it all, I solemnly swear to completely obliterate my sleep schedule when the crossover comes to NA, because I will attempt to stream that shit for 24 hours straight. There's like a small army of people out there who are looking forward to seeing Rigashu specifically play the crossover, and I won't disappoint. Now then, with the DMC X PGR news finally put aside and the hype train hitting its final station for now, let's talk about the real reason you're here. The DMC X PGR crossover has had me thinking about the Withering Waves X Edgerunners crossover. I spoke briefly about it on my last stream on YouTube, where I was apparently being flirted with, and I talked about some doubts and potential things we can expect from such a crossover. I think I'm going to take the time to be a little bit more in-depth with that. The PGR X DMC crossover is a passion project, and I'm sure we can all agree. I don't think I literally felt so elated and moved to see all the things they revealed in terms of trailers, PVs, and gameplay. Honestly, if Truck Kun fucking ran me over right now, I think I would die happy knowing the crossover exists to such an accurate degree. Now, we know Kuro Games is capable of making crossovers that get better and better as the crossovers continue to be added on, but that's for a game like Punishing Grey Raven, and to my understanding, both teams that work on Withering Waves and Punishing Grey Raven do share some people from the same teams. However, Withering Waves is a completely different animal than Punishing Grey Raven is. Now, since this is Kuro Games, I doubt we're going to get an absolutely copper tier unit like Aloy from Genshin Impact, but I do worry that they might end up not handling the main MC David properly. He is literally one of the best characters in the series, and I don't want them to handle him poorly. Now I know this is Kuro Games we're talking about, and the chances of them handling David is poor, but I don't want to leave anything up to chance. I hope that the main focus will be Adam Smasher and David Martinez. I hope that they use the crossover as a way to give David a second chance at life, and to do so they melt his wax wings early before he even thinks about flying too close to the sun. That sun being Adam Smasher. You know, the Sandevistan-powered psychopath that completely and utterly obliterated him at the end of the anime. Yeah, that son. While also reminding the players who have watched the show the love and care David and Lucy share with one another. After all, it's a very important plot point for both of the characters' development in Edgerunners, probably the most important. Now, of course, they could just do the crossover for the end of the series where all of them are fucking dead except for Lucy, which would fucking suck. Now, obviously making a 5-star Lucy be OP as fuck would make all the Edgeunners happy, but I hope that we also get a super cool 5-star David, Sandevistan and all. I hope that we get an outstanding boss fight against Adam Smasher, and I hope that Adam Smasher kind of just shits on all of the Tacit Discords just because. You know that shit would be cool. David Martinez needs to at least be mentioned like 50 times if they aren't going to have him in the crossover, which would be stupid if they didn't add him, since he's an integral part of the Edgerunners series, because he's the main fucking character. Now, another factor we have to think about is how passionate is Kuro Games really about Edgerunners. From what I can understand, the crossovers they do with in-game stories when it came to Punishing Grey Raven were things the companies were very passionate about. Games and shows that the higher-ups were extreme fans of even. I'm hoping that they love Edgerunners just as much as they loved Nier, Black Rock Shooter, or Devil May Cry. Being able to just simply experience the peak to come next year because they're passionate about what they're creating would be extremely worth the wait. I am an intensive fan of the Cyberpunk series. I may not love it as much as the Devil May Cry series, but I've read a book about it, beaten 2077 multiple times, maybe 4, and watched the anime twice. I think it's safe to say I have high hopes for this crossover, but also high expectations for Kuro Games. This better not be a Lucy fucking slop fest. David Martinez, Adam Smasher, and Rebecca. Maybe we get to see Rebecca get her get back against Adam Smasher, or maybe we just watch her fucking die all over again. Who knows? Either way, would be peak. Now then, as a brief recap of other things that I want to see, in terms of skills, I'd like to see David Martinez have a 5-star variant in which he is large and chromed the fuck up. I hope that he has access to his Sandevistan, and I hope that it's a faster version of Matrix from Punishing Gray Raven. I hope that he has the ability to speed around the map and run around like he's the fucking Flash. I hope that they make him extremely OP. I want to see him do big damage. As soon as he activates his Sandevistan, I want to see a nuclear explosive go off that detonates for 2 million damage. For W1, obviously, I want to see him use gauntlets, because I want to see him punch everyone and everything to death, and maybe use a gun. You know what? Fuck it. Make people pull for 2 weapons for David. A gun and a gauntlet. No, geez, we would never hear the end of it. Now, for Lucy. Obviously, she's going to be a... what do you call this weapon? I forgot what you call this weapon type. Anyways, you use the floating thing. Yeah, I want her to use the floating thing, but I want her to use her wires like whips. I want her and Yinlin to be best friends, and I want them to press their boobies together. Obviously, I need her to be a fire attacker, and I also want her to be able to hack things. Lots of things. If I can't open a door, don't make me do a side quest to open the door. Make her hack the door open. That would be great. Or would that be too pay to win for the open world? I don't care. Atom Smasher boss fight. Oh wait, no, before we get to Atom Smasher, I want to get to his victim first. Rebecca, make her a 4-star. Make her run around as a, whatchamacallit? A buffer, yeah. Make her buff David and Lucy. Make her sit in the cuck chair and watch as David and Lucy completely destroys everyone and everything. You know, it would actually be funny. Make her an off-fielder, and when she's off-field, just make her talk shit to the enemies or to the people that are involved in your team. That would be very Rebecca. You know what? Yep, I like that idea. Let's do that. And then, of course, Atom Smasher. I want to see him be OP. I want him to spam his Sandevistan. I want him to drop at least 1 curse word, or at least, you know, censor him so that the age rating doesn't go up and people start complaining that it's 16 plus or 18 plus. I don't know, man. Come on, like, let Atom Smasher say fuck, you know? I think that would be pretty funny. And finally, last but not least, an interactive sex scene between David Martinez and Lucy. Last but not least, I want to be able to, I don't know, have this kind of similar to Shorekeeper, where you've got that little realm with the piano and you get to see everything and you get to see the water and all that. That place is really beautiful. I need to go back there. I want there to be something similar. I want to be on the moon, or a moon, or someplace like the moon. I want to see David Martinez and Lucy share a special moment together on that moon again. I want them to be able to reunite with one another. I want them to be able to be saved. I want these people to have a happy ending. And this is not Night City, this is Withering Waves, where happy endings can indeed happen. I mean, we literally help little children, and we also help people with their parent issues, daddy issues, something like that. Just let David and Lucy be happy together in this crossover. Please, I'm begging you. But anyways, yeah, might as well just transition to the end of the video. That's all I got. But I want to thank you guys for watching, and apologize if this video came out late. I actually don't care to make videos on gacha games anymore unless it's Punishing Gray Raven, but even then, I don't play gacha games enough or care enough about them to constantly pump out content about it. I'm probably going to change my content soon, because what's the point of making content on something you're not really passionate about? I'm looking forward to Chrono Odyssey. However, there are a handful of gacha games that I am looking forward to, 2 of which that I do plan on making videos for eventually. Those 2 being Arknights Enfield and Silver Palace. So look forward to those videos, I guess. But anyways, I love you guys, and as always, I want you all to take care, and peace.